in confirmation, federal warrant signed. Got somebody that's Japanese, Australian, Puerto Rico, Trinidad, Guyana, Washington, Utah, Alaska, Texas, Portuguese or Portugal, Brazil, Guam, and heavy ties to the U.S. Embassy. So we got a lot of people getting caught up in the case. Something that I'm hearing these folks stoop too low. Something about hacking a phone. Someone could realize something was being done to a phone. This is also healthcare provider going to prison, major investigation. 2 boys and a girl. Sheila and Patrick. Somebody you could have been a triplet. And you were the girl that was missing. The federal warrant has come out. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for coming into the building. Somebody could have been asking a question. Somebody knew somebody was innocent. Aries, Leo, Sag, feminine. Somebody is upset about something getting exposed. Also, someone is getting caught for like hacking a person's phone. I had noticed like with my phone, like if I turn off my Wi-Fi, that my data won't work. So, and then I went to go look that they had the T-Mobile people shut down part of my network. So, like they have control over the phone. So, like if I go ahead and take the Wi-Fi off, or say like I step away from Wi-Fi and I go somewhere or something like that, that I wouldn't be able to answer, like call the police or some shit like that. Like somebody was literally adamant about this occurring. Like they still adamant about it, so don't take away from it. This is somebody still talking cash shit. Like right now, I can tell whoever the fucking female was out here was like, shit, they finna get caught because it's gonna be like, so what are you doing over here again? They're not gonna realize somebody was like trailing them the whole time. So by the time they really realize, like watching them, it's like, you don't think nobody was watching you do this stupid shit. Also, they could have been following a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo man. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Like, this is a woman that was going to set up 2 men to take the fall for this and take the hit for about stealing some money from somebody. This is a group of women. I'm telling you, they have an agenda. Well, we ain't gonna take the fall for this, even though we're the main culprit of this bullshit. And then they taking it as with this situation that, well, shit, her parents was involved in this and she didn't come and claim this. That was somebody's thing. Double cross for family loyalty. Home car instability. Somebody did this for, for them to have a car stability. It's weird shit. But it's like they didn't think about the consequences that would come along with it, because it's like somebody, family or father or parents. Yeah, we just rebuilt our relationship again, and I just got this job. What's that girl? Shade? Like, oh, Sugarfoot, you should just keep a G. Wire transfer. This is also somebody feeling some type of way, like I had to be her. See where it was gonna fall at. Someone's name could be Felicia, Fala, Falua. Someone could be Filipino or something like that. Philippine. Shit, they went all the way as far as trying to find where Facasina was. Horrifying. Someone with the name Mark, Luke, and John. Somebody could have got up to 3 to 9 people to go ahead and do this. Somebody stay on the farm. September 15th is prevalent. Whoever this September 15th person is getting caught up for beating 2 kids, blindfolded them, and trying to get rid of the body with a Libra. Somebody try to use the sibling to help them do this. Well, you gonna take the fall for this. Somebody could have had them do this to their siblings. They didn't mind it. It was like, shit, you supposed to act like you love me and da-da-da-da, and then you have me do this shit, and then you try to get rid of me. This is not how this gonna be happening. And then you been using her friend to do it. Like, this is somebody that knew all the bullshit, but then it's like, and then they had like the kids fucking unalive their own fucking siblings for this bullshit. This is giving like my oldest child to help them do this bullshit. And then it's like, well, shit, you told me you was going to get the money, so if you going to tell it. And then it's like the daddy pimping the child out back in January. And then with them getting threatened with her doing this, this is like, whoever it is, somebody, the auntie was the one to be like, the auntie or an uncle was the one like, well, shit, we'll figure out how to get rid of her, so we ain't got to worry about this, because it's like, well, shit, we already know that the warrant. So we already got the other 2 kids. The other one, I can handle him in the hospital. And then this one, we're going to figure out how we can get rid of him. And then it's like with the seduction or whatever, we're going to bring them in. And then with the court proceeding, we're going to talk to them and try to say, like, look, this is like someone getting notified that, hey, we're running out of time for this shit. Because it's like somebody could have gave them the extension for the 17th. And it was like, shit, look, I'm going to give you to the 20th. You think you can really get this done? Because it's like somebody like, shit, I'm going to try to see if I can convince the other dude to come back in and see if they can get them to do it. Somebody born in 1967, somebody's 47. Then it's like, well, shit, let me fuck on them first and see what we can do. These are fucking people that are like, go ahead and try to offer that you're going to marry her or some shit like that. And then we're going to figure out how we can go do the rest of this shit. This is like somebody else could have caught on, like, hold on, what you want my folks to do? Like, hold up. And then it's like somebody pissed off because it's like, I don't know if I want to. It's like a lot of people, it's more females that was like adamant to carry the shit on, but it's like the dudes that helped, like it was up to 2 of them. But it's like, it's not like, nah, ain't nobody feel like it's supposed to be some people get caught up because they wanted to call something like mentally, like psychologically break somebody. Spiritually, spirit is just like, whoever these people are, it's like it's the men finally waking up that these fucking women was gonna like make these men take the fall for it. Heavy on this Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It's a whole bunch of fucking women that was gonna make these motherfuckers take the fall for this shit. One motherfucker gonna go to the 27 club. Somebody gonna pass away at 22. Somebody gonna be caught up by 59, have a heart attack or be stroked out or some shit like that. Somebody born in 70, it's just like somebody had been doing some shit since like the 70s or 80s or something like that. And it's like they probably looking older or getting like advancing in their shit. And it's like, y'all did all this for money and you know you wasn't supposed to do that. And they told them that. Like somebody was for real, like in May, they could have just discovered that somebody was like, they are who they are. Somebody got discovered like in May 31st, it was something prevalent that somebody noticed. Somebody born in 71, they could have realized like in the eyes of an angel or some shit like that. A man could have said something like, I can't believe y'all had me do this shit. Yep, Tyra moment. Somebody want to get loyalty. What else we have, Spirit? They communicating at this time because it's like, oh shit, I didn't even see this. Somebody want to come in, reconciliation, regains the favor of the ones who they offended. Like somebody offended the fuck out of somebody real bad. And it's like, whoever they offended now want to give that person loyalty and allegiance, friendship and reconciliation. There's somebody outside this motherfucking door. No, well, what you want me to say? Well, if I knock on the door right now, what do you want me to say? Like, you ain't even supposed to be over here. Somebody know they ain't even supposed to be over here. They gonna get caught. because I feel like it's a drone sitting there watching somebody, like, wherever they have Crohn's. Somebody could have to deal with Crohn's. I know they ain't gonna try to send Sachiko in. Like, child, me and Sachiko need to talk about it. She's still mad about the shit that it was discovered by her husband messing with the child. The family disloyalty. They had her watching, they had everybody fucking watching, doing dark voodoo. A place is on lockdown. They have a list of names, flights, stop, flag, passports, and everything. U.S. territories on lockdown because they figured out all the people who could have been involved. They cannot flee the state or the country. They track in each state that they visit. So meaning wherever they are, they free to move around, traveling. But like say, as soon as they get ready to leave out of the state, they catching them. It's like, oh, it's just a traffic ticket, or I'm caught speeding. Some of these motherfuckers gonna get caught with the evidence in the car. Cycle officially closed. These are people that still trying to do something. Somebody, a home birth. Somebody gonna end up. Somebody, if you intentionally end up getting like baby trapped, because somebody talking about, because I'm hearing that song. It's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. I don't know, I'm on that type of time, but I ain't really trying to be fucking bothered, but shit. It come about. But somebody, if a male baby trap intentional, it says positive. And with it, like somebody, if you saying that you want to have like a home birth or something like that, that wish will be granted. Somebody will get that. Somebody, because you lost a lot of shit. And you deserve it of that. So congratulations to whoever you are. You deserve that much. Somebody watching, a celebrity or an influencer, or you could be a celebrity or an influencer, something that, you know, you'll get a chance to experience that for somebody. Me, I'm over that. Listen, they unalive and took everything that I motherfucking had, so I'm cool off of that. It's whatever. Somebody confirmation about a celebrity or influencer is watching. Confirmation is going to be on the way soon. This is also whoever the person that could have been like outside your window or door. These are the motherfuckers that was planning to do like a kidnap you, special needs, or a disability that you could have or something like that. Who gives a shit? This is also female cybersecurity signals, NASA and military. They could have hired people to do this. Somebody could be doing hoodoo work for you, light work. So somebody that stuff could have like spun back around for you. Commercial real estate. So the person who worked commercial real estate was the one that was planning to do a kidnapping on you out of your own fucking home. This is also the same people that they was working with a female cybersecurity signals, NASA, to like hack your shit and stuff like that. They could have also got people from the United Kingdom. Excuse me, but it's coming to a close. So they fully exposed. So like, even if they still try to prolong this shit to like, it's supposed to have been done in fucking April. They was hoping to prolong this shit, if anything, to August. But I don't feel like it, like, because even then, if they prolong the shit to August, September, everybody will be fucking locked up. Like, what I mean, literally, everybody will be fucking locked up. This is like, imagine get the kids starting school, kids stuck in school, and they getting arrested. I don't have anybody to pay with my kids. Bitch, don't start that crying then. You thought they was gonna let you do this bullshit, but for somebody in your situation, you got somebody doing hoodoo for you, because for somebody you could probably, you know, have special needs. I don't like to call it all that, but you know, hey, a disability is a disability. The fuck matter? Because every single fucking person, like, I feel like they're gonna keep collecting more evidence, meaning these people, these females, especially if they still trying to do this, they're gonna be locked up in September. That's if they don't make it to a pine box, because if they involve certain men don't like this type of shit. That might end up putting them in the pine box. It just depends on how quick the feds decide to fucking move. But this situation is coming to a close. Okay, somebody, you're gonna get confirmation about a celebrity or a major influencer watching you. Okay, This is also some people that wanted to cause like memory loss or for you to lose an opportunity in some type of situation. This was like somebody that wanted to cause that type of situation to fucking occur. Because I'm hearing somebody say, I concur. Like, nah. Also, commercial real estate, United Kingdom, okay? This is also someone that could be an OBGYN, like violation, like all across the board. Like these motherfuckers violated. It's a whole bunch of fucking females. This is no different than when I say about North Carolina, South Carolina, North Dakota, South Dakota. These are a bunch of fucking females that's about to just get caught up, okay? A white female hacker paid by the state and affiliate. This is also someone that could have been trying to pay somebody to like distract somebody from like not speaking or something like that. This is like somebody trying to hack somebody's phone or try to figure out where they live at or who they stand with type shit, just so somebody don't come tell you or have a conversation with you, or just to figure out what it is that's going on, okay? Like this is somebody that was trying to cause a disaster. These are also people that was like, for somebody you're gonna get information about these motherfuckers, defamation of motherfucking character in the worst way. This is also some folks figuring out that like somebody genuinely, like if you had miscarriage or some shit like that, somebody's genuinely wanted somebody fucking pregnant. Like they want a family with someone because it's like they know for a fucking fact like you could be a good parent or some shit like that. But it's like the people around you, it's like these will be motherfuckers that don't want you to win financially. They don't want you to win in business. It's like I feel like I'm repeating myself because it seems like these are the same fucked up. These motherfuckers got mental issues. If they going around saying somebody got a fucking mental issue, these are the bitches that do. Okay? These are the female ditties. These are the female diddlers. Okay? These will be a motherfucker. You got a 15, 16-year-old and they sitting there watching your 15, 16-year-old like, oh, he gonna be fine. You got a 10-year-old or something like that. Oh, girl, he gonna be fine when he grow up. And it's like, bitch, if you don't get your ass out of my house, like, it's giving that vibe. Like, literally, will be waiting for your child. Like, be your friend to your child turn 18 just to sleep with them. Type shit. Hormonal ovulation. So, somebody, you're going to be ovulating soon, so be mindful. Scheduled C-section, emergency C-section. This is like somebody that end up like, damn, these are fucking bitches that could have even literally just had kids themselves. This white female hacker or this person with cybersecurity or from the United Kingdom or real estate, they could have recently just fucking had a baby and they involved in this bullshit. Imagine that you just fucking gave birth and God forbid that you just had a fucking C-section and they gotta come arrest your ass and you sitting there, nah, bitch, you can't be doing all that crying. You was cool about the bullshit that you was doing. This person could still be trying to recover like 6 months later because the cesarean was probably like a real bad fucking cesarean or something like that. For somebody, there was an OBGYN that was planning to force somebody to have a fucking cesarean section that didn't need that shit. They was literally planning to do that. They was financing fucking people to fucking do this shit. They even financed somebody to either lace your food, your drinks, if you smoke or something like that, your cigarettes, your weed, if you do shroom. This is a person that wanted to fuck with somebody's memory. Like that's the real estate people or a financial analysis. Analysis paralysis. They could have did this via crypto, a stripper. This person, I'm hearing them hoes ain't loyal. This is also some females that could have been trying to track another fucking female's period or menstruation or something like that. And like intentionally, if they had like a gay friend or something like that, or like they knew when you were probably menstruating or something like that, and would like say if it's a man that it's like they trying to keep somebody away from coming towards you or something like that, and they watching your period or your cycle or some shit like that, and they know somebody wanted to come in and come talk to you or something like that, and to prevent you from like conceiving or having a kid, like say if that's something that you desire to have. Not me, not my story, you know what I'm saying? But this is like somebody wanted to, you wanted to have a kid. And that man could have low key been doing that because it's like, I want to give her something that will finally make her fucking happy type shit. These strippers, these hackers, these other fucking females, they will try to figure out when you have your period, have your cycle, watching this shit, and then like say if they know what person or man want to come in or type thing, these will be the fucking females that literally will try to do everything in their fucking power to distract this man. Whether they try to get him caught up in some street shit, whether they try to get him held up, like, oh, you gotta work, or I got you this job, or be like, hey, we got a vacation, or we got this family thing going on, when they know that somebody, like, you can be ovulating or some kind of crazy shit. Whether you know it's happening or not, whether you're in contact with somebody or not, if they know that a celebrity or an influencer can come in and it's like the person, like they can, know the person is attracted to you or something like that, these will be fucking females to make sure that these people do not come towards you at fucking all. Even down to the man. Like, oh shit. If he knew that, this is like I'm hearing somebody say, if he knew that she was getting ready to do this, I know for a fucking fact he gonna go over there and try to go lay up with them and go do this with them, and we gonna make sure that we try to clear off their calendar. We gonna make sure that we tell him some information that's gonna make him feel like they don't want you. They all that they want nothing but they don't like you for real. They don't want to be. There is a streeper. They like what you do for them, nothing more, nothing less. So somebody's name could be Celeste, Honey, Cherry, Rosie, Rosalie, Natalie, Nappy, Flamey. They call me filet mignon. It's like somebody China, some weird shit. But these bitches would be so fucking weird that it was like literally they're telling the person that they don't like you. They just don't want you for what it is that you could do for them. And I feel like whoever this man, they know it's not fucking true because it's like, you know how a person can be around you and they can watch your behavior. They know you probably a simple for somebody. You could be a simpleton. Like you probably high maintenance but simple. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, oh, I want you to buy me this all the time. Like, it's like somebody that can know, like, shit. Somebody can buy you a fucking lollipop and you be like, oh, I got a candies type shit. And it's just like, for somebody, they love the fuck out of that shit. It's like the simplest shit. But whoever this stripper is, this hoodoo voodoo practitioner, this real estate fucking people, they are really looking to force a person to keep a distance. Or if it's like, say somebody was pregnant, you miscarried or some shit like that. These are some bitches who be like, yeah, they can't keep a baby. No fucking way. You should stay over here. A real estate broker, real estate, somebody is definitely in fucking real estate for sure. Somebody is a stripper for sure. Someone works for OBGYN. They could have even got somebody to hack some shit from the United Kingdom. I said the United K. So from the UK, London or something like that. Or someone's name could be London. Someone's name could be Mackenzie. I'm hearing Queen Dawn. Okay, somebody, hey, whatever. But whatever this is, these are some bitches, they need to go read a book. But it's like, these are some people that literally, somebody like Pokemon or some shit like that. You are my lady. Somebody's name could be Luther. Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross was secretly gay. He died from AIDS. But he was a good singer, though. This is also somebody, somebody could be like, I'm telling you, like, somebody could literally be looking to, like, convert from like same sex to hetero or something like that. But it's like it's something like fucking funny in this energy because I'm seeing hormonal release, but a male baby trap, intentional, but it's positive. But it's given like it's a whole bunch of fucking female. I only see one man on this fucking board. The rest of this shit is females. Wanting to apply to kidnap, something about special needs. This is somebody with memory. So someone works at a nursing home. Someone could be taking care of somebody that could have like Alzheimer's or dementias or Parkinson's disease or something like that. Someone works in the emergency room. Someone works for OBGYN. I'm telling you, it's a fucking lifestyle. It's just like, well, you said you didn't want them. I'm telling you, somebody literally is doing something, but I feel like somebody gonna literally like walk around this shit. This is, I'm telling you, they're about to eat their own words. Somebody could literally been like, they don't like what you do for them. They don't want nothing from you. But the person who keeps saying that is the person who's really like, you know how a person can hold on to somebody, but they don't really fucking want them. They only with them because it's like, well, you was giving me money before. Why you stop giving me money now? Why you want to act like that? Because you thinking about that bitch that don't want you. Like somebody really on some type time shit. And this is somebody that was hoping that they was going to keep convincing somebody otherwise. For somebody, we ain't do too good of a fucking job. Let me tell you that. Because whoever the fuck was trying to convince somebody, like, you ain't this, if this person had, these people had connections to celebrities and influencers, for somebody, you got fucking celebrities and influencers, fuck the delivery, fuck how the fuck you say your shit. These are people that got like, hold up. You make me a little bit uncomfortable, but wait a minute, you own some shit. For somebody, like regardless of whoever the person wanted to, or for somebody, you got about a solid about 5 to 9 motherfuckers that's sitting here like, so she won't be a mommy. Like somebody is like, you spoiled. Shit, for me, I ain't even worried about it now. Like shit, it's too much losses. Shit, business. But for somebody, you know what I'm saying, you're deserving to, have your womb blessed, man. That's the babies is nothing but a fucking blessing. But these be bitches that'll have fucking kids just to force a man to stay because they know that they gonna get taken care of. I swear to God, these are bitches that literally have fucking children with men because they know these men are family oriented, and they literally will make these men stay. Knowing like these dudes, I could tell these motherfuckers is miserable. Like these bitches is miserable, and these be the fucking females that do all the fucking cheating. You better not let me get your phone. The only reason why she wants your phone, bro, because she the one cheating. She's just trying to make sure you ain't cheating on her with something that could look way fucking better. That's it. Like I'm giving y'all the tea, fellas. Some bitches, let me see your phone. She only want to see your phone just to make sure that whoever you hearting or liking and stuff like that, that you're not hearting and liking pictures of a girl who got a bigger booty or a natural booty or she's prettier or got more fucking motion than this bitch doing, because she's gonna go make sure that whatever that female that you're hearting and liking her pictures, she's gonna go make sure that she copy her. And especially if she got a little bit of change on her, she's gonna make sure that she's doing whatever that fucking female is doing, and she's gonna start wearing what she's wearing or carry on the demeanor that she's carrying because you're watching. Trust and believe me, she don't want you, because trust and believe me, she cheating on you about 4 or 5 dudes. Okay? That's that on that. And that what Mo3 said, because that's that on that. They be talking about 3, 4, 5 other dudes. You thinking that's Keisha. She talking to Keisha. She ain't talking to Keisha. That's Kenneth. That's Keytron from up the street. That's her one admired dreadhead, just as long as when he get ready to go ahead to commit fully, that's when she want to go ahead and give you the divorce. That's your Foley, or the dude that be working at the warehouse and shit like that. And when you gone from the house, she going to meet up with him for his little 30-minute break to go get her back blown out while the kids is at school right before soccer practice. So some of y'all dudes, let me put you on game just like these motherfucking females. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you. I know men, y'all be out here doing y'all dirt too. Women be on the DL too. They be sitting there fucking on your mamas, your sisters and aunties and stuff like that. So some of them be sitting here, be feeling like they really up to something, really doing something. Yeah, she gonna go ahead and she gonna give you everything. You want a threesome? She gonna give you that. You want to bring a dude in here? She gonna give you that. But you want me to do what to him? She gonna give you that. But you still gotta understand she's still fucking with Pat, Nick, Kim, and all the rest of them, and probably messing with your sister, the bitch that you feel like you fucking with, and then some, okay? So y'all gotta use this up her. Yeah, mama. She the devil. Cleanse y'all motherfucking energy around this bitch. Because these be a bitches that they know that it's something that, whether they knew you got a first love, they knew you got a type, they knew that you kind of interested or it's something different. Shit, you could be the motherfucker used to a Spanish bitch. You be like, that black bitch over there, she called my attention. That thing bouncing, bouncing. I don't care if she gain weight, lose weight. I like it. I want it. I want to keep it to myself type shit. These be the bitches that's gonna make sure that they'll find every fucking way to make sure that the person that they may have an inkling, but they're not 100% sure because you're not saying anything, or you're allowing them to talk really bad about the person, do all this other crazy shit. They're gonna keep doing this shit just in hopes that you don't pay attention to that person. But for somebody, I'm telling you, I don't know if you had somebody in mind or whatever the case may be. Yeah, cleanse your energy. Divine masculine emperor, the actual right one. Cause I'm hearing that song, Chris Brown. It's never the right time to say goodbye. This is also be bitches, like I said, will literally get pregnant intentionally. Yeah, and shit, you could probably want to get somebody else fucking knocked up. This is a bitch that'll get pregnant intentionally just so you don't leave. And I'm getting men like, fuck, this bitch pregnant. She got pregnant on purpose, bruh. It wasn't for no reason. This could be happening in the UK, this could be happening in the Netherlands. Somebody could be white, somebody could be Hispanic, somebody could be a scripper, a hacker, someone could work in someone could be a registered nurse, someone could work for like FEMA or the government or something like that. But I'm hearing that song. Them hoes ain't loyal. These be the motherfuckers. Yeah, we fit to go have bottomless mimosas. We're about to have girls. Fellas, be mindful of them bitches. Something about Nebraska. A stripper from Nebraska. I just met this stripper bitch. To put on some King Von type shit. That make them want you more. Oh shit, well hell. Motherfuckers say, oh, it is what it is. It ain't my problem. Creative ideas, go for it. Yeah, these motherfuckers get bright ideas. You spoke the truth and it scared them. They couldn't look you in your eyes. I hate to see it coming down my eyes, but I gotta make this song cry. I know you hate to see it coming down my eyes, but I gotta make this song cry. Good too. I know you love me like cook food. You know I'm moving like quicker than the crook do. We used to be on the block having free lunch. I remember our little doodle. We used to have free. I used to have me some good fucking food, but shit, it is what it is. Final closing. A chapter is closed. The cord has been cut permanently. The stripper was trying to cut somebody's fucking cord with somebody. Someone's name could be Corey or some shit like that. Someone, Corian. Somebody, it was somebody. Somebody had a, listen, I don't know who you are, little shawty. You had your little fine shit. There was another little bitch in the background that was making sure that that buddy didn't come to you, shawty. Ain't my messages. I don't do dreadheads. I don't even do fucking black men at that. But for somebody, you had a little fine shit, but it was like one of your homegirls or some shit like that. Yeah. she also did that because she wanted you. So if you're a female and you have some female friends, yeah, she was doing some trifling shit and low key fucking on a man just to keep him away from you because she really wants you. And then it was like, it's some weird ass shit. Bitches be weird too. I told you. And I make no exceptions. Ain't nobody left off of this bitch. All right. Hispanic female with a daycare. I'm telling you, these bitches really be liking fucking females on the low. A female that works at a daycare or do extended care could have been messing with somebody man, but she low key was intrigued by this stripper. Same. Told you, a female into same sex. This is a bitch that's mad as fuck that she pregnant by somebody because it's like, damn, how I'm gonna tell my bitch that I really want to go back to. But it's like, for somebody, they finna go to the listen. Somebody, if you don't want to do that, I feel like the female was gonna go to the chop shop any fucking way because it's like, somebody is like a major owner or something legit. Because it's like, well, shit, we can make it legit. Because it's like, ugh, what kind of fucking nonsense y'all bitches be in? That's why I'm so happy that I like my own world. In the world of my own. Singing that damn Alice in Wonderland song. Create your plan, okay? Real hot girl shit. Somebody was like, they was gonna be in these streets. Time to completely cut off those folks energetically stealing energy thieves. You return to sender. It don't belong to me. Bitch, don't fucking read. I'm hearing somebody, are you a reread? You are the leader of this shit. These are people that made false reports. They don't know that person. These are motherfuckers that was trying to go tell a motherfucker something. These are all like they ran to the police or something like that. I don't like the police, but you the first one running to the police to make a fucking false report. Like, come on now. For somebody, you was dealing with a male stripper. If you didn't know, somebody was dealing with a male stripper. Especially if he had a nice ass motherfucker body. I went to school with one. I was like, motherfucker, you ain't hiding shit. I thought it was funny, but it was like cute. But it was just like your confidence is way through the fucking roof for what the. Never mind, sure to be nice, but it is what it is. Shit, be nice to me, I'll be nice to you. You just say some off the fucking wall shit and you don't apologize to me, oh motherfucker, you gonna be like, she is a demon. I make demons look nice, motherfucker. Okay? I'll tell you, I'm a cool motherfucker, but I'm not nice at all. I'm not mindful of my words. Everybody wanted old Rita back, and she's back. You know what I'm saying? People, oh, she's put her on the act. Motherfucker, I am myself. You're great pretenders. Don't ever fucking pretend to ever keep nobody to fuck around. And people gotta be shocked and surprised when you actually be like, you know what, fuck it. All gloves off. I don't really fucking care no more. I'm fit to be myself. I'm happy. Like for right now, like people like, are you really happy? I'm content as fuck. I'm back in my own world, my own space. I don't have to worry about shit. Cause all the shit that I should have been fucking worried about, you took it away. So honestly, it's not a fucking act. I'm actually just enjoying the fucking world. I just naturally have a RBF fucking face. I will naturally just say right now, because all the bullshit that happened, yeah, I'm going to say some fucking mean, hateful shit. Does it look like I give a fuck? Yeah, no. Who really loses in this situation? It's definitely not me. I'm not going to be triggered. I'm so numb to people doing shit. Come on now. Y'all know the story. If you've really been following my YouTube for real, tell me who should really not give a fuck. Because for somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck about what the fuck you do in the bedroom. It's not me screwing you. I'm not in your cool cat and I'm not on his dangling. So I honestly don't give a fuck what his preference is or what your preference is. Because clearly it's a whole bunch of females in this shit. And it seems like you trapping fucking men that really could, do better in their fucking life. Because you really be wanting their mama and their sisters and aunties in them. You see what I'm saying? I don't give a shit about that. That's your personal preference. That is your personal preference, ma'am. What hurt am I supposed to be doing this? Oh, she got a big booty, girl. Just go smack her booty. Just go do it and get it out your fucking system, okay? This is giving that song from Story Time by Neo. I think you'd be cool with a threesome. And then it was like he hit me with. She's like, I did think about my best friend, and he was like, cool, I'ma call her. And she was like, how you get her number? He was like, what? Fuck. Because it was like he was discussing with the girl best friend. Like, I was thinking we could, and then we could do that. And he hit her with like, cool, let me call her up real quick. Type shit. Yeah, somebody definitely light skin. Faith Evans type light skin. Okay. Love like this, but if anybody knew about Faith Evans, she was shot out. She's like, I like what I like. She low-key a lesbian though. She funny. And ain't nothing wrong with it. She like what she like. You know what I'm saying? Someone dealing with an undercover ass female. Somebody be mindful about what you saying to some of these fucking females, because some of these bitches done turn CI just to avoid some kind of jail term for doing some shit. So somebody, you might want to be mindful about what you saying. You could be a female too. Be mindful what the fuck you saying. I don't give a fuck. Shit, they ain't helping me none, but I'm finna help somebody with some type of shit. Somebody for the be for real heartbroken. Give my heart a break. Over here singing that damn Demi Lovato. I like that song. Shit. I'm a black girl that will be listening to the most white girlish fucking songs in the world. Listen to Shawn Mendes old punk ass. Baby, I will listen to that. I'll be listening to some Avril Lavigne. Some Blink 182. Maroon 5, you hear me? Panic of the Disco. Somebody's like, how you... It's music, motherfucker. Yo, I'm telling you, somebody was planning to make money off of some people, off of kidnapping, some special needs situation. Somebody was planning to make some money. A Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. A Hispanic female. What's up with y'all Spanish bitches getting involved in some bullshit? Y'all must not. Come on now. This is not this is not the year for Spanish motherfuckers to be doing some wild out shit right now. You know what I'm saying? And the president's a little bit off his rucker a little bit, and he don't mind sending motherfuckers to the wrong countries. Okay. That motherfucker do not mind sending y'all motherfuckers to the wrong motherfucking countries right now, okay? Tis is not the time for your ass to be from any other fucking black folks. Y'all two motherfuckers sit there and be talking about, why are you running? Oh, you sound like you a Nigerian motherfucker. Send his ass to ICE. I swear for God, this is not the motherfucking time to be caught up with some fucking bullshit and be playing with this. Your ass gonna be caught up on that ICE immigration shit and shipped off. Be like, but wait a minute, bitch, I'm Puerto Rican. I am a citizen. Bitch, now your ass over there stuck in El Salvador. Nigga, they fit to kill me. Salvador said, look, I can't even do nothing for you, player. Look like you stuck. I swear for God, you be black, be thinking like, oh, they fit to send me. No, motherfucker, they fit to send your ass over here to motherfucking Africa. And Africa looking at your ass like, this is American. This is an American. Why is this American here in my Africa? They're not African. I swear to God, you be Arabic and your ass gets sent off to motherfucking India. Motherfucker, I am Arabic. I am Arabic. You didn't hear that in the back of his throat? Why the fuck you sent this ass over there to India? This is not the motherfucking time. I don't discriminate. Well, for tonight, she self-sabotages everything. I don't care. The difference between you and I don't care. Shit, a motherfucker got to prove to me. What's the purpose of you being here? Someone's family could be dreaming. I'm telling you, somebody said, Girl, make me want to get you pregnant. Somebody want to get somebody knocked the fuck up. Listen, push, strive, with hoodwink or motherfucking connive. Somebody gonna make sure somebody gonna carry that motherfucking child. I'm telling you, masculine and feminine energies. So somebody could be cloaking their energy in something. New energy, new face, new love. Somebody might get some new love. Tech shelter. Somebody might be switching brackets. Somebody's soft food diet, your esophagus and your stomach is healing. I know I had to do that. The best way you could do that. Roman noodles ain't the greatest, but if you can make yourself to like an Asian market, just eat more noodles, heavy on the fruits and vegetables or fermented foods are very useful. But I can't say that. I mean, especially if you already have like ulcers or stuff like that, that's a whole different conversation. But something simple, because I know I had to do that because all the poisons and shit in my stomach. And then from last month when they pulled that shit, it was like heavy fucking poison. It was heavy fucking poison. How I know I haven't been able to make it to that bathroom because it's something like I can't stay over there too long. It caused me a headache. But when you're having to clear out like your esophagus or your stomach. Basically, you eat as if you got your tonsils removed. You eat like that. That's super helpful. Set some good intentions for somebody, but somebody you fit to get some new energy coming around you. For somebody, if you not like, I'm. Please stay the fuck up out of my face, please. I do not. I can't stand that. Like that shit is like right now. I'm still like in traumatic phase, but new faces is gonna be like a lot of people wanting to be in your face. It's a confirmation. Somebody's like, or somebody can be coming in like an old person coming in with the new type of love. It's like showing you the love I should have showed you in the fucking first place or what you deserve. Cause I'm hearing that song. Maybe I deserve. Somebody did some kind of fuck shit. I'm telling you. Some of these people who've been making these false reports that said that they knew you and they didn't. Some strippers, some real estate people. It's a whole bunch of people in real estate, banking, hospitals. They about the warrant. I'm about to see here shortly when they fit to arrest these people because it seemed like an arrest is about to happen this week. For somebody, it's somebody that's in finance, banking, or in law enforcement. This motherfucker going out sad, bruh. I was seeing somebody like you know how they just recently arrested that sheriff dude Sheriff Lopez out in Osceola. Somebody for to be looking said like this motherfucker because that motherfucker was trying to keep a G. And it's like, nah, cause not even your favorite judge, cause they've been looking into the judge that would have been handling him on the day he got arrested. And it seemed like she had to recuse the day that he came in, and it was like somebody looking like he got arrested. And I feel like whoever the judge is, and if there was like lawyers and other people that was helping this motherfucker sitting here like, okay, if we play cool, they ain't gonna know it's us. This right now, these are people looking at people that they could have been hiring or helping in this situation. If they were the lower ends, the people doing the hacking and shit like that, this is like someone hoping that they can get them off with immigration. Like, so if I can get them off on immigration and they get, you know, transported to a different country, that's a whole different fight. But shit, they won't get caught up on these charges. Someone already caught on to the conversation that they was going to plan to do this. Like whoever the judge that was on this case and like doing this harassment, stalking, this invasion of privacy, stealing money, investments, and all this other stuff, hiring people from cybersecurity, NASA and shit, working with Senate and stuff. They already caught on to them, was planning like, okay, well, if they already foreign, what our play is that I'm gonna call immigration to come in to come do this to these people, and then all the other people in our other communities, we're gonna let them take the big hit. So like say if they knew that the people gonna get charged with RICOs and shit like that, she was gonna let the lower end people, and especially those who already had felons and shit, she was gonna make them motherfuckers take it. Physical enemies alerted of being watched. of this foul play of trying to do this kidnapping. No smoking or drinking. This is, oh, somebody could have get caught up on a piss test. 3 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, 21, 30 days. Because something that somebody, whoever this law official is, got caught up a year ago with something in their system. And it was like, look, we're going to overlook this because we already caught up in some bullshit. Somebody might want to be mindful because somebody fit to get piss tests. Fake profile. Someone want to offer $1 million opportunity. Somebody want to come in with this love bombing. Oh, somebody's trying to figure out how much time or when somebody could be trying to come in and see somebody. Something about a chime card. You're breaking generational curses. No more settling. Cash App or crypto. A white female psychologist. They caught up on this warrant too. Someone, you're not intentional. This person is not ignoring you. You're just dissociated. Okay. That song popping in my head again, girl. That R. Kelly. Somebody could like some type of music from R. Kelly. Cause that song, girl, I want to get you pregnant, popped in again. Cash. I don't know if somebody's trying to figure out how to get to somebody. I don't know. But whatever this is, somebody may not have, like, something about somebody may not have ever experienced the type of love you give or do or something like that. This is also heartbreak. Somebody got that Bobby and Whitney type of love. Bobby Brown, King of R&B. Well, baby, listen, that was some strong ass motherfucking love. Okay, Bobby and Whitney had some strong love. Wasn't no alcohol, wasn't no crack, wasn't no recovery set, wasn't immediate, wasn't nothing gonna break that motherfucking love. Do you hear me? Y'all go ahead. That's beautiful. But somebody, like I said, somebody intentional. They want to do something and trying to do that hanky panky. Do it in a child. I had to catch myself. But it's a song called Do It in a Bud. Not intentional. This person's not ignoring you. Somebody you zone. You might be. I don't know what end. Either you, the man, or the woman. Somebody in this situation is zoned the fuck out. Like so dissociated or detached. It's the best way that I can call it. Someone you're detached from the situation. Okay? Someone you're very much so fucking detached from this shit. Which I wouldn't blame you. This is a lot of bullshit to have to fucking deal with. I've been there. Still going through it. I'll be the first one to say I'm still fucking going through it, but shit. It is what the fuck it is. At the end of the day, who give a fuck? But for somebody, you know what I'm saying, me dismissing myself out of the equation because you got to be careful to not allow ego to, especially when you're doing readings, because I'm having to detach myself out of this because I know I'm not any of this, but I'll be the first one to say I am very detached and dissociated from shit. Like I'm numb to shit, so I don't really fucking care. But for someone, you know what I'm saying? This could be your message, your little situation. You know what I'm saying? Your situation. You have someone really fucking interested. They working on, this is a masculine. He working on his feminine energy. He might be coming in like super emotional, probably want to cut your ass clean the fuck out. Like you gonna listen to me or you gonna listen to me. Because it seemed like for somebody, are you not answering your phone or something? Somebody, you may not be answering the phone messages or something like that, but it's really given in somebody's situation here soon. If somebody don't get a motherfucking reply or something like that, or you might got somebody on block or some shit like that, I don't know. I don't know your story. I don't know your situation. I ain't got these problems. But I'll be the first one to tell you, because it's one of those, either you gonna see me or you seeing me because you seeing me because we seeing each other type situation. Someone you about to have that type of situation. Because apparently you not answer the phone meant that you wanted to see him or her or whatever your situation is. Apparently you wanted to see that motherfucker face to face. Is what this is energy is giving me. Because either you was gonna see this person or you was gonna have to see them. Because apparently you not answering that phone was an indication that you was gonna see me. I had like a small little flashback. I was like, that tickled me. But I was just like, yeah, somebody, you're gonna have to see somebody. This is not my situation. So for somebody, please make sure you leave a comment and tell me how the fuck that shit played out. Because I need some fucking entertainment, okay? I do need some entertainment. I'll be bored in a motherfucker. So somebody please entertain me with y'all story of how this shit go down. You know what I'm saying? Tell me, how it go. If you get pregnant, congratulations in advance. Babies are a blessing, but hopefully you do it with good intention. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you ain't break nobody's heart, because you can't be going out here breaking everybody's motherfucking heart, because everybody ain't not fucking wrapped too tight and ain't got all they bolts and screws. Okay? You just need to know that. Everybody ain't got all of them. Y'all needs to be knowing that. A whole lot of them don't be having light bulbs and screws in their brains. And somebody, y'all must have been fucking with somebody who got light bulbs in there. But somebody, and I mean somebody, say my name, say my name. Listen, somebody said, I'm going to pull up, hop out, make it look sexy. If I got to go hard on a bitch, I'm going to make it look sexy. Did somebody, y'all toxic. It's like somebody like, you going to argue with me because somebody want that anger. The anger's wine or that anger cool cat or something like that. Somebody like, what it was called, angry sex or some shit. When you get mad, somebody love when somebody get mad, okay? Somebody think they shit, I don't know. Hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing, by all means. Like I said, I ain't got these problems, but for whoever it is, I need some entertainment. So y'all make sure y'all drop that shit in the comment on how that shit went down. It could be past, present, or future energy. Please let me know. I need some entertainment, some shit to read. Because a good official, for somebody, you got somebody just think your ass is funny than a motherfucker. The whining moon. They could have been hiding in like behind a fucking fake profile. Somebody thinks somebody you funny than a motherfucker. It's like the shit you be saying. They could, like, you probably could be saying something like probably in a heat of moment or whatever the case may be. This is one of those clutch your pearls. Did you say what I thought you said? Like somebody, even if this is a man that be trying to play like he hard than a motherfucker and be talking about everything ain't motherfucker fucking die laughing if they buy their motherfucking self or some shit like that, or they chilling with some fucking people and it'll be like, look, this would be a motherfucker that'll pull some shit like, I don't know who this is. They know exactly who the fuck it is, but it's like, this is a motherfucker like to clear their conscience, to clear their fucking mind. And it's like, I want y'all to watch this shit with me. And there'll be a motherfucker that said, watch this shit with me. And it's just like, you're not able to fucking time when the fucking shit gonna fall. And it's like, this bitch right here is a motherfucking funny than a hell. Like, what the hell did you say, bitch? The mother should have swallowed you or took it up the ass. I don't know what the fuck you be saying, but the shit right there will make a grown ass man too fucking big to be sitting there talking about. If you don't calm your big ass down and quit fucking laughing at this shit, this is real life shit, motherfucker. We ain't have time to be laughing. Like, motherfuckers like, this is stop. This is not Paw Patrol, okay? Early son, oh goddamn. Shit, this got real. Somebody was like, is this child a psycho, bitch? Possibly. I wouldn't be fucking surprised or fucking caught off guard. Like, shit happens that is outside of me. I end up fucking the wrong motherfucker, and it's just like, the motherfucker just wasn't wrapped too tight. And, ma'am, did you realize your kid killed your other kids, motherfucker, I would not be fucking surprised what you trying to tell me. If that's what the fuck it is, I'm gonna cry a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck they make a shower for. And you cover your mouth and you start fucking crying. And it's like, bitch, do you realize that this is a real life, real situation? I fucking realize it. But do you realize how much shit I've been through? Probably a half, not even like one fucking day of the bullshit that I have to carry on. I make this shit seem like it's cool, collect, calm as a motherfucking cucumber. But then it's like, bitches, there's something wrong with you. There's a possibility. But you want to know what it is that is not going to get to me? I'm numb as shit. So it's right now, I can only chop it up as it must be the way of the fucking world, because all the corruption we have out in this bitch, what does my shirt say? Power, corruption, and fucking lies, right, bitch? So, I'm sorry, was somebody looking to go ahead and cause me emotional damage? Bitch, I was emotionally dead by the time I was 6. What are we saying? So, there was a chance and possibility that you could possibly bring some fucking news to me outside the fact that I already knew the so-called caregivers of so-called parents will already put a bag on your head to kill you. Bitch, I supposed to have been dead a long time ago. So you telling me about some kids doing some other crazy shit, since I'm not fucking surprised. They not here with me. So apparently the other shit with the other fucking parents is doing, you're not surprising me. I already knew the motherfuckers was cuckoo for fucking Cocoa Puffs. So what are you saying? Right along, oh, the cousin did this with the auntie. You had a twin. Oh, I did. I don't know the motherfuckers. So what y'all doing? You know, like I'm asking the logical shit. What the fuck is y'all doing? You telling me. But you not telling me, did you, like the only thing I need to be hearing, did you lock the motherfuckers up or is they dead? It's going to go one or two. You know what I'm saying? I had to birth those other crazy little motherfuckers. Are they locked up or you put them in mental institutes? I'm being logical, no emotions involved. Logical sense. You know what I'm saying? I had a litter, so I have to make sure that they get food and shit in the motherfuckers. So are you charging them as adults or as kids? I just gotta be fucking aware. And then some people be like, how the fuck do you get radical acceptance like that? Because I'm not the normal fucking person that you would have to deal with this type of bullshit. You can only fucking traumatize a person so much and then acknowledge the fact that you're fucking traumatized. That eventually, if a person don't start not giving a fuck at that point, I'm gonna be concerned that something fucking wrong with them. Because to me, I feel normal. The normal aspect of the situation means not give a fuck, you're gonna go numb. The other motherfucker, they gonna start doing fuck shit and doing stupid shit. Oh my gosh, the world is coming to an end. Bitch, the world been came to an end. So accept, radical acceptance of bullshit, of cow shit that you should not ever fucking take. I feel like that my fucking response is normal. So for you to go ahead and try to dictate or predict or have a pre-conversation of what the fuck my fucking psychological acceptance of the bullshit that y'all pulling should not have to be based off of what a fucking white female psychologist at that. What the fuck a white bitch is gonna know about a black bitch fucking life at all? Not a motherfucking thing. No offense, you know what I'm saying? You still psychologist, you went to school, but my bad that you ain't ever fucking have to live the life of a person as a black woman. Because if you ask a white motherfucker, would you ever want to be a black person? I guarantee they're gonna be like, Would you want to live your life as a black person? Well, what would make you, bitch? I just asked you. The answer is no, right? Okay, so shut the fuck up. So who the fuck are you to try to cross-examine, in between examine, to join here to try to say, oh, they ghetto or this? Bitch, you ain't lived a day in the fucking life of a ghetto. You haven't lived a day in the life or moved or maneuvered, let alone shit, fart, skit, skeet, or did any fucking thing that a black motherfucker ever had to fucking do, because you always had a person that was willing to motherfucking help you, right? So that's no different from me having to tell any person that comes from a Spanish or any other fucking, we had the same motherfucking struggles. But the thing of it is, if I ask them motherfuckers, would you ever want to be a black person? What would make you ask that? What? the question from that Spanish motherfucker, because they be like, Negro, Negro. Okay, we both Negroes, and you know, hell no. Right? Right. So in that aspect of that situation of me having to be a black female with a vagina, my job is to be a fucking black woman. I still have to handle the regular day-to-day bullshit that not the average fucking person would ever have to fucking carry, and not even 1% of their motherfucking life outside of, you know, the average of the Spanish motherfucker that could be dark skinned with the little Negro hair, but they gonna go ahead and get that silk press to go ahead and do, you know, go ahead and wave their head and shit like that. Because, you know, black folks, they be acting a little ignorant once they get their little blowout. But once the perm and the hit, you know, hit that shit, they be like, you know what I'm saying? They go ahead and get that kitchen right back and that shit curl right back up, and they get them coils, the niggle naps, as we call them. It don't hit the same. So eventually when you have to sit there and say, bitch, that's insanity. No, bitch, that's called being black and living as me. So what were we saying again? Do you want to be black? And a lot of fucking answers gonna be to that. Hell no. A black man don't even have as much struggle as a black woman. Hell, everybody want a BBC until they realize not all black men have BBCs, baby. That be the detriment of motherfuckers. Not all black men have BBCs. No, bitch, not even all the tall ones with big hands and big feet. I mean, the sad, harsh realities of what happens in life. And then it's like, gosh, how dare you? A black, dark-skinned man paid a hitman? Also try to get the kids convinced to get involved into the nonsense? These are people that will terminate pregnancies, make you not believe what you believe, and all those other things. For somebody in a situation, you know, like I said, if somebody come in wanting to get you pregnant, girl, because somebody's saying, listen, you've been through enough. You've been through hell and high water. For some of these people, these were people that even put you through the shit. For somebody, you have somebody that even put you through the bullshit that said, listen, you deserve the motherfucking love. Okay, you deserve the world. I give you the world, baby girl. Somebody just boss up. You know what I'm saying? If shit fucks up, and for me, you know, like I said, everyone is not me shit. The world fucking failed me. Fuck it. Shit, I failed myself for going ahead and getting involved in the shit. When usually I'm just a normal little fucking hermit and I like my own shit. And instead of just, let's jump into the, it's one of those jump into the, y'all can have that love bullshit. But like I said, you know what I'm saying? I have to take myself out of that equation, but using myself as the example for y'all to see that most people don't be having a right to just sit there to prejudge what it is that you go through, how you handle situations, because people will be quick to be like, that means that person is psychosis, or they're this, or they're that. No, motherfuckers, it's just called, we have to live into a harsh fucking reality of bullshit that the average person will not ever have to experience, unless, you know, they just, I wouldn't call you lucky to have to deal with the bullshit that most, you know, black women have to fucking deal with. But not a lot of them. Most of the time, more you have more black women going against other black women when we got the same fucking struggle. And then my situation is like, shit, it was just women in general. It was black fucking women and shit, black men, all of this shit. So it's just like, eventually you get to a point where you don't really give a shit. Shit, naturally to me, I expect for a person to fucking do me fucking dirty. So at this fucking point, it's like, shit, you giving me $1 million contract? Okay, I know I'm gonna expect you to do some dirty motherfucking shit. It's going to be expected. I expect you to do nothing more, nothing less, nothing extravagant or nothing like that. I don't expect a fucking man to be like, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do better. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody will be like, yeah, we're gonna do this. Okay. I'm not gonna be an asshole. I'm not gonna act like I'm ungrateful, but it's expected that I know someone is gonna fuck up and do some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, either, you know, they're gonna do right or they're not. But it's not like for me to take it personal. So for somebody, you know, don't ever fucking take it personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be hopeful for the best, but shit, I'm always hopeful that it's like, I'm not hopeful in no situation. I expect for somebody to fuck up. It's just natural. It's common. It's not for, you know what I'm saying? And people be like, oh, I could base a diagnosis off of that. No, the fuck you can't. They most of the time it's gonna be somebody of a different fucking race, and even then it'll be black people that end up trying to do that, and these will be the fucking Uncle Ruckus of the fucking black community. Too busy trying to be accepted by the white people or they fucking peers. Half of them be the fucking kids that grew up in the burbs. They ain't know what the fucking trenches is like. They didn't know what food stamp welfare and all that real shit was like. And be like, I can relate. No, the fuck you can't. Can you relate to somebody killing your kids intentionally? Can you relate to that? And it'd be like, I can only imagine about what you did. Bitch, this is not the church song. I can only imagine. If you don't get your fucking face out of my face. Like, I'm not gonna be a butthole about it, but it's like, no, you really couldn't. Because there'll be people that really will look at you in certain life aspects and be like, but how do you handle that? I'm handling to the best of my fucking ability. And with me handling that, hey, it's just gonna be what it is. At least I can be honest and handle what the hell it is that was given to me. Apparently, the cards that were dealt to me is like, hey, baby, it comes with a lot of travesty. It comes with a lot of trials and motherfucking tribulations that most of the time it's gonna feel like you carrying the motherfucking world on your goddamn shoulders, like you fucking Cronus who had to get punished for some shit, but Cronus deserved that shit. For some people, you don't be deserving that shit, but shit, that's what you dealt. That's the card you gonna be fucking dealt. And that's what the fuck I was dealt. And I'm handling it to the best of my ability. It may not be a societal norm of how you handling it. So you're gonna label it as, I'm not sure. You okay, of course you're not gonna be sure. You don't know if that person gonna pop off. You don't know if that person is just having a radical acceptance versus this could possibly lead to a psychosis. Bitch, it's not a fucking psychosis. It's called acceptance. It is going to be what the fuck it's going to be. And don't sit there and try to press or pressure someone to accept something or a diagnosis that is not meant for them. Like, the fuck? Like, it is, for me personally, you know what I'm saying? I'll be the first person to tell somebody, get that support. Someone will be like, you're contradicting yourself. I'm not contradicting myself. It's just my personal experience. Anyone that ever offered support, it was a lie. It was bullshit. It was something behind it. So do you feel that it's acceptable for me to be like, let your guard down. These people are genuinely here to support you? Fuck no. I'm not stupid. But hey, appreciate the gesture though. And I'm gonna keep going on about my fucking business. I appreciate that all the fuck shit that happened. I appreciate even more so my peace. I appreciate my loneliness. I appreciate having to heal on my own accordance and doing it on myself. Even though you shouldn't ever fucking do that and have to, but considering you gotta think, I had every fucking position. The law fails you, your psychiatrist, your doctors failed you. Even the people that you expected to be family lovers and stuff like that to do that shit. Do you feel that that person should genuinely care for what somebody's saying? Oh, we're here to be your support. Yeah, no. I'd rather take a support from a fucking dog than I would from an actual human being. Now, for someone in your situation, if I could observe in your situation, because I'm on the outside looking in, it seems like those, you know, that parent or that friend or something, like they genuinely support you. That does not make me a bad person. Well, you don't accept this, so who are you? Because I can fucking see that a person actually gives a shit about you and wants to actually help you. Take that fucking help. If a man really fucking love you, he fucking with you. For somebody in that reading, they want a family with you. Take that shit. Run with it. Be fucking happy. Fuck what anybody else is saying. Go with that shit. Go with it. Don't disregard it because off the strength of what somebody else fucking went through. I went through hell. I lived in hell. I've been there with the fucking devil. Sat on the fucking devil's lap. Wasn't fucking enjoyable, but hey, welcome to the dark side of the fucking world. But I can actually appreciate the fact that, hey, Sharita, even in the fucking darkest of the shittiest of the shittiest situations, that little bit of fucking light, it's mine. I'm gonna hold on to that shit. And that's me not giving a fuck about other people's existence. That's my problem. That's a me thing. Not for someone to feel like that's wrong. No, the fuck it's not, bitch. Because you're in the wrong for sitting there prejudging versus me saying, hey, you're doing great things. I appreciate you. You could be a walking contradiction and someone can be fucking confused because
What do I do with this? There's nothing for you to do with it, but accept the fact that, hey, that person has radical acceptance. They're in their own world. They're safe. They're not causing harm. They're not hurting anyone. If anything, they're giving great fucking life advice for people to go ahead to proceed and do fucking better. Enjoy the fucking support while you can, because there's not everyone that got that type of shit. Everyone doesn't get that luxury. Everyone doesn't get the luxury of being able to fucking wake up. Like, I'm grateful for the simplest shit. Shit, I was able to fucking sleep today. Even if it was for 2 hours, 4 hours. That was some sleep. I'm grateful that I had it. Shit, whether I put up my bed or not. Shit, I'm grateful I had something to fucking sleep on. Versus sleeping outside on the fucking concrete, sleeping behind a trash can, or sleeping on other fucking bullshit. I'm grateful for that. And it's some people that will sit there and get upset about the fact that you have great gratitude for like the simplest shit. I have gratitude that I had fucking bottle of water to drink today. Cause I can remember there was times I was fucking dehydrated and going days, almost fucking days without fucking drinking. The fuck? The audacity of fucking people. And then it's like, boy, like, nobody have to put on no fucking facade, because I'm not ever been a person just to do something just to kick it with a motherfucker. Either you gonna like it or you not. Either you gonna fuck with me or you not. And it ain't got shit to do with the next person. But you can offer compassion to anybody, because that's why it's like, any type of fucking situation. If you fuck me over, I can respect you a little bit more and offer you compassion off the strength that you had the strength to come back and say, hey, Rita, I fucked you over in the worst way. I double crossed you. I did this. Like, okay, cool. I can offer you compassion. That was fucked up, but hey, it is what it is, right? We are not ever able to go back to what it is was already fucking done. What's done is done. What they did, and it's done, right? You're not able to fucking undo it. But the only fucking thing that you could think about in that aspect, where do you go from here? In my situation, shit, the best thing they could give me my fucking money. Let me know what the fuck this situation is going to be, and keep it pushing. You think I'm gonna be worried about like shit? All right, I did all this other shit. You violated my body. You took my kids. Whatever the fuck else. You think I'm concerned about having fucking kids right now? Fuck no. You think I'm worried about being in a relationship? Fuck no. I need my bag. I need transportation. I need a fucking home where I can be in fucking peace. So right now it's like I'm tolerating a lot of shit right now. This is tolerance. All I can take the situation as, this is a tolerance building type situation. That's what you call it. Tolerating bullshit and the nonsense so you can go ahead and get rebalanced off the cow shit. So once you can learn to go ahead and rebalance after being through a bunch of bullshit, you're not really going to be concerned about anyone or anything outside of that. And if you're going to be fucking concerned about that, you're fucking yourself in the process. But unless you can know for sure and reassure yourself, and there's reinforcement to show you that a person is genuinely there to just say, hey, I'm here. I wanted to gift you this or whatever for forgiveness. Allow that shit to be in. But like I say, I can take myself out of the equation and understand how I will handle the situation. It's not meant for the rest of the world to handle that, because the rest of the world, I can guarantee, some people don't ever really fucking ever make it out of the shit that I've been through. There's so many fucking people right now, I'm telling you, they probably in the fucking grave or on their way to a fucking grave. They're not going to fucking survive half the shit. I'm just been blessed, and I'm so fucking grateful for the creator, the archangels, or whoever the fuck fucking been protecting me, that I made it out with what bit of scars and scratches and wounds that I do have. It's a fucking healing process, but I'm grateful for that shit. I'm grateful for every time that a person felt like that they was hurting my feelings. I'm grateful for any time that a person felt like that they was going to hurt my heart or break an ego, or I'm gonna humble them. Like, motherfucker, you're not humbling a motherfucker who's been humbled their whole fucking life. Oh, I'm gonna embarrass you. I'm gonna tarnish your reputation. Good luck with that. Good fucking luck with that. That shit's been gone since I was 10. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck are you doing at this point? Nothing but making yourself look like a jackass. But the biggest part of it is, are you learning the fucking situation in the best part of that aspect? Hell yeah. Even in your darkest fucking situations, you can gain the fucking inspiration to know, like, hey, I made it through it. It was fucked up, but I made it through it. Hey, you love someone. You know how many times you can love a motherfucker that don't ever fucking love you back? Shit, it'll feel it probably would feel good, but shit, I'm so accustomed to so much fucking fake love, fake support. Like motherfuckers coming into the comments. That's some fake ass shit. These be motherfuckers. I'll get a headache every time that I know that it's a person being fake. So to save myself to not have to be involved in that shit, should I rather be fucking in isolation before I have to sit there and feel like I gotta fucking be around a person who's trying to fake it? The worst type of people are the ones that already have a fucking agenda to betray you in the first place, trying to pretend as a friend or be a fake supporter. I've had so much fucking fake support that you already know, hey, they over here to fake it. So anybody coming to me, it's like, okay, cool. Are we doing business? Like right now, it's like, you're fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not seeing no action. Ain't nobody making no movement. The more that people sit there and playing, it's like, you think I'm giving a shit or giving into it? I'm fucking with you because I feel like it. And for the GP, because like if I'm clearly telling you, I'm bored. I'm bored. You're just the entertainment for the time being and for the moment. And then it's feeling as if you're doing something to somebody to invade their energy. I want their energy. I want to do this. Bitch, you ain't really doing shit but making yourself look disgraceful. You're making yourself look pathetic. You're desperate. People be fucking so desperate to want and go ahead and make you feel some type of way that they're showing their desperation of how fucking far they'll be willing to go to do certain things to you. I fucked on her man. Congratulations. You want a cookie? I'm sorry. Was that supposed to hurt my feelings? She didn't know that we killed her kids. And you want a cookie because what? Oh, that's why I made sure that I was the one to call DCF and CPS on her. Okay? When you know that you're innocent and you're not doing anything wrong, you want to know what fucks people up about it? They're trying to figure out why you're not broken down and why you're going to cry for a moment. I'll be the first one to tell you, you're going to fucking cry because it's going to, like, how dare somebody do this shit? And then when you figure out it was the people closest to you to do this, that's why I called these on her and this should break her. No, bitch, it should break you because you were the stupid person. When you're innocent in any type of situation and a person they're going out of their way to cause you some type of pain, it fucks them up in the end. I've watched so many fucking people destroy themselves time and time and time again. And it's like when you have to ask them, what was the sole purpose of you doing that? And they get flustered or they get super fucking offended. Like, how dare you? No, how dare you be the jackass to sit there and do that to somebody? For what? It's just like, don't worry, I'll wait. They can't even give you a logical reason behind it. Well, they hurt my feelings. And instead of you being a so-called people always swearing up and down that they grown people have conversations. Young bitches or dumb motherfuckers go do fuck shit like that. You got to go ahead and go collaborate. Go lay up with the person. Take the pillow talk conversation because you're mad at another fucking female or you couldn't get money from them or they're not doing something from you or they're pulling my best friend away from me. So you go fuck on our man to pull your best friend away? Come on now. Come on, let's make logical sense of this. And then you feel that, oh, well, I get joy just to see them cry. Really? So what happens when it's your time to go ahead and start fucking crying? You got to realize that all the shit and all the people you got involved in it, right? They're going to remember over those times, well, shit, you made about 5 or 10 people fucking cry over the bullshit that now is coming right back to your ass. And it's coming back to the people that you thought was going to be the long lasting, end all be all fucking people in your world. Now they fucking laughing at your ass. The whole town laughing at me. Ooh wee. But they was laughing at a person based off the lie. But now you got to get laughed at based off the fucking truth. That shit hit different. So that's why when people always want to wonder why you, bitch, I'm going to pray about my shit. Because I know I'm innocent. I know I ain't do nothing because I know I'm a grown adult. Because if you talk to me like from a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman talking to a grown-ass woman, hey, let's talk about it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's too many fucking people. People that don't take fucking accountability will be people that genuinely fuck you over for shits and giggles. And these people could be judges, lawyers, doctors, teachers, you fucking name it. They lack fucking accountability. You knew you botched that fucking paperwork. You knew you was lying on that motherfucking paperwork. Now you feeling stupid as fuck because, oh, I got away with it for the last 3 years. Here go year 4, now your bitch ass ain't getting away with it. Now it's, I'm going to prison. How are we going to pay our mortgage? How are we going to... You should have fucking thought about that before you told the lie. Because you know what it is, what they always say, what goes on in the dark eventually comes to the light. But if you ain't doing shit fucked up from the get-go, or if you're truly fucking 100% fucking transparent, you wouldn't be worried about the shit. You would not fucking be concerned about it. Shit, I would be damned it. Oh, that's why you used to do this. So what? You ever hit a fucking person with that shit? Okay. And watch that whole fucking conversation just go disarray. Because now they fucked up because they thought that in their fucking brain, they had every fucking crazy ass shit to say until you said, and your point is, okay, I did that. So you're still here. Some people could even pull that. You're still right here, right? You still haven't. Okay, now now that person who started that shit, provoked the shit, was trying to do the dumb shit. Now they feeling stupid. In this situation, like, oh, now we got to deal with the feds. Oh, no, you thought the state was going to be able to do that. No, this is federal now. We got these type of eyes on us. Oh, no, baby, you brought people from overseas, other countries and shit like that. You wanted motherfuckers to feel desolate. You wanted them to feel like they was not seen, not loved. Motherfucker, I ain't been seen or loved my whole fucking life, so tell me something new. Are you going to do anything new outside of what the fuck I'm accustomed to? Because anything that these motherfuckers had did up to this point, and somebody was like, but shit, they killed your kids. Yeah, because it was an intent to go ahead and cause some kind of emotional thing. And anyone that knew, I cherish my fucking kids. But then when there's fuck shit involved in it, eventually you get numb. Eventually you go numb. Now, granted, the average fucking person, the average fucking human being, and if I want to DSM qualify them on some, they gonna lose their shit. They fit to crash out. They ready to kill your ass. Trust and believe me, that first thought, like, I want to kill every motherfucker that did this shit. But then it's like common sense kick in. My common sense kick in because it's like, I'm dealing with the sheriff department, the local PD. I'm dealing with every fucking body in their fucking mama. So I'm knowing emotion has to go out the fucking door. Logic has to kick in eventually. And a lot of people's fucking logical aspect don't kick in because they're still in an emotional. And so they'll be the quick one. They emotional. They in their feelings. Fuck a feeling, fucking emotion. That shit been gone a long time ago. Because I'm looking at ain't no feelings or emotion in this shit, because clearly you can't be emotional and having feeling and you're killing kids, taking kids, you're putting them in fucking danger. Clearly wasn't no fucking emotion in that shit. So clearly logic has to come into this. And logical sense, Rita, if you knock the fuck up, they gonna lock you the fuck up. Considering that you're also a fucking veteran, and we are, as any fucking U.S. Army veteran, especially those that went to combat, they're banking on your PTSD, right? They're banking on you to go ahead and hallucinate, right? So that'd be a trip to the fucking psych ward, if not lock you up, right? Logic will tell you that. Now, if I was emotional, all logic goes out the fucking window. Let's go ahead and start a fucking war. I want to start a fucking riot, right? But logic sense is going to fucking say, in common sense, in which clearly a lot of motherfuckers don't have common sense, and it shows. Common sense will say, you know what? Let that shit gonna be what it's gonna be. Serenity prayer. I can only be fucking control of what it is that I do. That shit is happening outside of me. I have no fucking control of what the next man or woman does, say, behave, and what fucking decisions or choices that they make. I have none. You don't even have that fucking control over what your children will say. do and how they fucking behave. You have zero fucking control. They have a fucking brain. Bright ideas kick into those bitches. You can sit there talking to your fucking head gets ready to fucking pop off your shoulders. Those kids is going to make that decision, right? That's like watching a fucking 3-year-old jump off a fucking ladder. Hey, didn't we just tell you quit doing that until they fucking break their arm? And it's like, I have been telling them to quit doing that. It's only so many times that you're going to tell their ass that until you eventually got to say, all right, I'm going to let your little fucking ass bump your head. And then it's like, oh, mommy, daddy, oh, my head. It's bust wide open to the white meat eating, little Timmy. I told your little fuck ass to sit the fuck down and quit jumping off the fucking ladder, isn't it, Timmy? And Timmy's ass gotta sit there in the ER. They put stitches in my head. And now you gotta dope his ass up with all the motherfucking Tylenol and all the fucking Benadryl and shit so his ass don't feel the fucking pain. And now you gotta be sitting there, if you're a smart parent, sit his ass in front of that ladder. You remember when you jumped off that motherfucker? Now little Timmy don't want to jump off the fucking ladder no more because he remembered that his head got fucked up and got bust down to the motherfucking white meat, isn't it? Right. So this is the same fucking situation that occurs to grown-ass motherfucking adults. Eventually, hey, I'm going to keep doing some fuck shit, and I'm going to keep putting people on the black market. I'm going to violate their peace and their individuality and all this other stuff because they're not submitting to what I feel should be done. Bitch, I'm supposed to make you feel comfortable about what the fuck shit that you're doing? Nah, if anything, let's make you more uncomfortable. It seems like I do fucking great at that. And the more uncomfortable you are, the more awareness that you're gonna fucking gain to understand you don't fucking play with grown fucking people that can put your bitch ass into place. Because 10 times out of 10, most people that do fuck shit like this, to do hateful shit to you, it usually just takes for you to say certain things to their ass. You ain't gotta fight them. You wanna know how you fight them? Hurt their motherfucking feelings and watch the bitch come out of them, man or fucking woman. Oh, it seems like you're struggling with your sexuality today. It seems like you're struggling with your marriage today. Most of the time, it be fucking small little sentences or conversations that you can have with a motherfucker that they be 2 seconds from jumping off the edge. I'm jumping out the window with this one. Well, bitch, jump off the bridge, go play in fucking traffic, go scratch your ass. Now we're back at that same thing of my favorite fucking line. Your mom should have fucking swallowed you or took it up the ass. And now we're sitting here like, you shouldn't have said all of that. Apparently somebody should have said that to your ass about 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. And maybe we wouldn't be like, now, here we are, right? Because in a lot of situations like that, and like I said, even in mine, it's like, now, here we are. What goes on in the dark comes to the light. You can only do fucked up shit to people for so long before that shit eventually bites you in the ass. And then it's like when you want to sit there and try to play incompetency, you want to play, oh, they're such a criminal or other things like that. Pay attention to how people move, how they do that, who they're using, because 10 times out of 10, it's going to be super fucking repetitive. Or as they call it, the motive of the operation, right? Or their MO. What's the motive for them to conduct this type of behavior? Most of the time, the motive of that situation is to hurt someone's feelings. Or to force you to do something that they want you to do, that they want. Not the other way around. It's not have individuality. It's not to genuinely have fucking free will. It's to force you to submit. Not regular submission. So this is a forced submission for you to go ahead to not trust your intuition, not to go ahead and make the decision that's going to make them look bad. That right there is a big form of a person trying to assert their power or assert their narcissistic behavior on something that it is that they're doing messed up to you in the first place. A person who's genuinely going to be there for you, like I said, most of the time, if a person ever has to delay about giving you an apology or answering something, they meant to do that shit. Don't take it personal, though, because guess what? It's a them problem. It speaks about their character. It shows you more. Like for me, in any type of situation, anyone can talk to me. I don't really give a shit. But you get what you deserve. Long as you can talk all the shit in the fucking world, just don't touch me. That's what Granny taught you a long time ago. If you ain't ever fucking been, they can say whatever the fuck. They can say the most, that's why I killed your kids, and I did this, and I fucked on your man. Congratulations, you want a cookie? Shit, for me personally, you took away a headache. One less fucking person to worry about, and less days for me to worry about their fucking emotional well-being. Anytime you enter into a fucking relationship, you're responsible for their emotional fucking well-being. And if you're not responsible for your fucking own, how the fuck you gonna give a fuck about the next person? You're not. It's a whole bunch of F-bombs. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. If you call yourself a grown adult and you're sitting here today, good thing that we learned Rita loves the F-bomb. You'll be okay. But did we learn something today? I'm 100% sure that you did. Now it's like, whoa, logic, self-reflection. And when we reflect, we go ahead and learn what's a new form of what? Resilience. You overcome anything that people sit there feel like they're throwing across your way. Oh, I'm going to violate them and they don't know it's me watching them. I'm pretty sure I could pick up who the fuck you are. Does it really matter if I care? No. You think you're people be feeling like you're the first stalkers in the world? No. In the average of if you made it past your 30s, in the average, you're going to have up to 3 or 4 fucking stalkers in your lifetime. In your lifetime, you will literally have up to 3 or 4 fucking stalkers, whether you know they are there or not. You could be saying, oh, just purchase me a brand new home. Unbeknownst to you, the person who had to go ahead and conduct that home or whatever the case may be, it could be a new construction guy. Depending on who person or what construction company was doing it, and depending on how fucking bored they are, I watched that person go ahead and sign that contract for lot 103, right? And when that person purchased lot 103, oh, his wife was so fucking beautiful. I wonder what she looks like. They're going to pay attention to whoever the real estate person is. They're going to get very comfortable with the person who sold you the house. Which bedroom did they choose while they're still putting your home together? Or they're watching y'all asses going in and out to watch the home as you're building those new homes. And they got fucking cameras in your home. Unbeknownst to you, that shit been happening for years. So it's a lot of fucking people that do fuck shit every day that they are so fucking unaware of the shit that's happening to them. That's why it's like most of the time the watchers have watchers. So while you putting a person on the black market and they be thinking like, oh, they saw everything, but the only thing of it is some of the watchers that already know it's going to be up to 3 or 4 other people on the black market or on the black web that got videos of them that they're making sure that this shit is rerouted, that no one sees that they're watching them too. So that's why I be like, some people just do the stupidest shit. It's like the world's dumbest criminals. And when they just do certain shit, and especially when they feel like it's hidden, especially when they know that it, like, if anyone knows about black web or black market and shit like that, they hate the fucking cops. They hate the law. So that's why they usually make it their business to fucking like blackmail them before they can do anything. When they know government and shit like that is coming in there, trust and believe, they already got that shit on lockdown. It's just, I need you to make the wrong fucking move to piss off the wrong fucking guy. And as soon as you piss off the wrong guy, they fit to leak some shit about your ass to make sure that they got you right by the fucking balls. It's just the name of the game. And it's just like, for me, it's just like, shit, depending on if you're good to certain people, shit, there's so many times I had so many people that were meant to fucking kill me, and it's like, why the fuck they didn't kill her? There was no fucking reason to. I come in peace. Now, what was, and then the criminals that you're hiring to kill the person, they're going to come back and start asking you fucking questions. What was I killing them for again? I thought you said that they do this, 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 and this. And even with me installing cameras and doing all this other shit and stalking them, they don't do that shit. For any person that ever fucking had to stalk me or whatever, they'd probably be like, the bitch is boring. Until I'm not. And then it's like, it's a tyrant. You're hurting my feelings. Stop hurting my feelings. Bitch, you'll be okay. Like, who's the real fucking tyrant in this situation? It's like, I really want to be their friend. I hate friends. I'm a person that when I get bored with you, it's like, I'm not a good friend. I'll tell you to your face versus you trying to figure out, like, I'm not a person, like, I'm very direct. That's why I hate when people are indirect or do the stupidest shit. And then it's like, so you knew the whole time? It's called observation. Simple observation. Simple human behavior. I don't get the stupid jokes. So I have to base my, my analysis based off of my observation, okay? Sometimes it could be an over-analysis. Maybe it could be overthinking. I don't know. But social cues, I don't get those things. So I have to pay attention to what the bullshit that you're getting into. And 10 times out of 10, I'm probably paying attention to some shit that you're not even paying attention to yourself about. I really do that? Yeah, you do. You really do. Do you really give a shit? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Are you staying? I don't know. It's solely fucking up to you. I'm bored. And then when people figure out, like, so you get that fucking bored, well, apparently it seems like you were the psychopath, so apparently what does that make me? For allowing your ass to stay here this fucking long and get away with this for that long. Well, let's play the game. The only difference is you hate the fact that I do this, and then you do that, so is it tick for tat if I'm actually just clearly just speaking on what it is that you're doing instead of you fucking like, let me self-reflect. Let me actually take a second and take the emotion out of this shit and not be offended and not be a little bitch about it. And then I'm going to actually pay attention to exactly what you're saying, because apparently somewhere I'm fucking up. And the first thing that you can do, don't ever fucking pick at a person and knowing that you're not fully accountable for your bullshit. Because you know why? It's the guarantee you're going to be fucking offended. It's guaranteed. Now, I'm compassionate. I'm not an asshole all the way. I'm mean as fuck, though. But I can offer you a little bit of compassion. As they say, forgive them for what they don't know. You just didn't know any fucking better. Now we learned the lesson, and now it's like, all right, you right. Even though they won't ever fucking tell you to your face. It's one of those, you right. I gotta suck it up. Suck it up. Put up. Mommy, wow, I'm a big kid now. We have alerted you going ahead to first grade, huh? Yeah, right. Or we're going to ninth grade again, guys. It's like, you fucking do better. You just do better. Just don't fuck people over off the fact of what the hell you hear from other people. It's called radical fucking acceptance. Accept shit for what the fuck it is. I have to accept stupid shit every fucking day. Do I want to? Fuck no. It's just gonna be what the fuck it's gonna be. I hate the fact of having to, like, I'm having to be the bigger person in every fucking situation. Someone has to be the trusted adult, and apparently I gotta be the fucking trusted adult every fucking time. What's happiness? I guess apparently I'm in happy land every fucking day. But hey, I did some shit I'm not proud of, but it's gonna be what the fuck it is. I love fucking people that would not ever fucking have love for me. It's cool. You think I ever believe somebody? I love you. Right. So it's like, once you get to that place, it's just like, all right, that's what it's gonna be. But shit, you know, you can live in harmony. You don't start nothing with me, I ain't gonna start nothing with you. I'm not for to intentionally provoke some shit, but shit, if you want the smoke, apparently based off the observation and the energy that's going on, I am only able to meet you with the energy that you already fucking giving me. So most of the time, you don't ever pay attention to yourself. If you realize that somebody's being aggressive, or you find yourself getting short-tempered with someone, it's not you. It's genuinely just the person, how they approach you. They was already being short-tempered. They was already trying to be like, you know, underhanded towards you. And you wondering like, damn, I ain't have to act like that or be like that. Yes, the fuck you did. Because that's the energy that person underhandedly approached you with. Be mindful of that. When you have mindfulness in certain situations, you can only meet a person with hostility if they come in with you at hostility. So most of the time they try to cloak themselves like they're not being, you know, hostile with you. Well, they're being very haughty with you. You want to know why? They disrespecting you every time that you coming into the office and you sitting here, and they know they should have stood up to greet you. Like, I feel like it's disrespectful. Someone could be sitting down and you're standing up, unless you're just really busy or something like that. Okay, you stand up and you meet the person. And when a person got to sit there and be like, like the bitch Vicky from the front office and shit, she pulled some stunt. I was like, you dirty bitch. But I was like, sure, to be smart enough. If I don't have to conduct business with her ass, I would talk with anybody else in that fucking office, and I would blatantly let her know to her face, like, I have zero problem. I do not like you. I'm not a person to be ashamed to tell anybody that. Now, would it rub a person the wrong way? Of course. But do you think I give a shit? At least you know, verbally, from my own face, from my own lips and my own mouth, I don't fucking like you. So it's not a secret. It's not like me intentionally, you know, trying to provoke a situation. At least you know. It's not word on the street. You heard it from the person directly. I don't like you. You not know how much drama and issues you eliminate when you just blatantly just direct with a person. You eliminate so much fucking shit. I don't like you. I don't really fuck with you like that. I'm not bringing no smoke or nothing like that, but just long as you're aware I don't like you. And when you do that, guess what? Cool. You stay over there, I'm over here. Simple. What he say? I don't like you, you don't like me. Okay, cool. We keep it clean and clear, just like that. Okay. Hey, you know, if you get married and you know one of your in-laws don't fuck with you like that. Hey, I don't feel if y'all really on your married couple, hey, that's just one place that we're just not gonna be going. That's just one place we just not going. Or they choose to go do that, you choose to go ahead and exit that fucking relationship. I'm not separate. Hey, if we ain't liking that motherfucker don't like me. The kids ain't welcome over there, no nothing. I learned valuable lessons off of this shit. I ever have fucking kids and somebody, the in-laws don't like me or something like that, hey, we ain't gonna be able to do this shit no more. Oh, you still kicking it with them? Cool. But yeah, me and the kids is over here. You could go over there, but 10 times out of 10, now what I know with that situation, when family do that shit and they don't like the wife or them kids, trust and believe me, they bringing somebody over there to that crib. Man or woman, they bringing somebody to that house that, oh, I like you when you was dating such and such. Trust and believe when that person go over there, the person that they want the person to be with, oh, they over there. They over there. Trust and believe that. That's why when it comes to that situation where, and it's not to be hateful or an asshole, you just know, just the relationship is not going to work. It's all good though. You know, it ain't no beef, no nothing. You co-parent and going about your day. Are you here to see the kids? Yeah, the kids ain't going over there to see your folks. Because I learned when the family don't like the mama, they're not going to like them kids. Or they going to make it their business that they going to have them kids over there and they going to be talking real bad about whatever parent is not in that room. I had that happen. I won't ever allow that. That's why I'm like, I'm cool with it. You know, whatever the fuck they did and however the hell this shit's going to pan out, I'm not going to put myself in no situation like that ever the fuck again. But that's my personal, thing. But for most people to eliminate a lot of shit that y'all even see on the news is like, that girl was trying to co-parent with the baby father. She was like, she didn't get to meet the girlfriend, but lo and behold, the girlfriend killed that girl baby. That's how shit be happening. Or it goes down to like a man, took the baby over there to the grandma and shit like that. And the grandma and the daddy, like the daddy knew the grandma killed the kid. That shit happened way more often than you know because they have so much fucking hate and animosity. You took my son away or you took my daughter and they will kill these kids over shit like that. I learned my lesson to not ever let that again. Now, that's my personal pain for me to still work through and grow through, but I know better now. Like I said, for somebody, you got somebody that want to give you that. They want to let you have that joy and stuff like that, but shit. Go for it. For me personally, that ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying? Business and money. Money over love any fucking day, all day. But at least I'll say that straight up to a person's face like, hey, if you're looking for emotions, it ain't gonna be here. But I fuck with you though. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, most people be like, oh, that's an emotional issue and they need to go to a psychiatrist or talk to a therapist. Bitch, I did that shit for 12 years and out of 12 years they took that shit and wanted to use it as a clinical research and not allow you to be a participant. I'll be damned. Oh, you need to go to therapy in order for you to, well shit, it looks like you, even if they tell me, oh, your kids are alive and you're at threat for, us to give full custody to the other parent, congratulations. There you go. I'll be the first one where I sign up. And I'm going to go on about my fucking business. It's like, people feel like that they're going to threaten you with certain shit. All you doing, don't threaten me with a great time. And it's like, are you desensitized to a lot of shit? But my experience does not, justify how a next person should be able to handle it. Like, if love is there, take that fucking love and run with it. Don't ever allow nobody to take that. If you know something is right, and just because you work in the office and you don't want to rub nobody wrong in the office, you're not in that bitch to make friends. We're not there to be cool, because most of the time, the big boss who created that business, you got to understand, he overrides the supervisor. He overrides HR. He overrides everybody in that bitch. And if he realized like, oh shit, one of my workers basically said they wasn't gonna do this shit. Now the big boss from the whole place coming down to just come see. Oh shit, they moving like this. Hey, you fit to go ahead and take over the fucking supervisor's job, and you don't even realize it, basically because you didn't decide to go along with everybody else in the office. I just didn't want them to pick at me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You gang up, get your squad if you want to, bitch. But I guarantee you gonna see a transformation. My pockets gonna be thick. The job position, shit, I get the good fucking parking spot and shit like that. Shit, you might even get lucky and be like, shit, you only gotta show up to the office 2 times out of the week. Why they still gotta go there 6-7 days out of the motherfucking week. You see what I'm saying? Because you took the bold move or the bold stance to say, man, fuck all this. I'm finna take the stance to go help the right person. I'm finna take the stance to make sure that everybody else can get what it is that it is. I'm gonna take the bold move to be who I am, come out the closet, whatever the fuck it's gonna be. Figure out what it is that's your strength, not the next person. You just gotta be real woke and aware, but give yourself grace. You know what I'm saying? Because healing ain't easy. It's not. I'll be the first one to say, but you gotta find the joy within yourself before you try to make something joyful for the next person. Like, I'm happy by myself. I'm happy in my own little world. It gets boring a little bit sometimes, but I'd rather take my boring piece, not worrying about the next person. I'm not hurting nobody's feelings. It ain't, ain't no drama. If I go out, I go get what I need to go get, come on back home. Shit, I ain't trying to be out here. I ain't looking to be fucking seen. I'm not looking to be all up, ooh, he fine. Shit, if he a little fine, shit, sir, you a little fine. I hope your wife like it or whatever, and I'm gonna go on about my motherfucking business. I ain't trying to be up in no motherfucking body's face. And there'll be people that just get upset because it's like, she just want attention. Bitch, I don't want attention. I definitely don't want yours or the person you gunning for. I'm really just trying to be in my own space, in my own lane, nurture my own damn self. Shit, I really could lock me into a fucking good ass library or something. Okay? Let me be like, what's her name? Belle from Beauty and the Motherfucking Beast. Are these all your books? It is. But peace and prosperity, blessings and everything for somebody. Hopefully it just allows y'all to go that you needed outside of these dumb motherfuckers trying to hack the phone, reconnecting and all this stupid shit per usual. But release whatever, cleanse whatever energy that you have. You know what I'm saying? Find the joy and the peace of what you have, because that's how you gain real life fucking strength. Not the little bitches that's right now that's in their fucking feelings still hacking my phone and shit like that. But it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Alright? Peace.